Harry's wife. We love Suits. We know Harry's wife wrote this bit. Harry's wife is a narcissist, and she's mid-range. She wants the world to love her. She believes the world should love her. She believes that all men want to slip her a crippler, and that all women want to be her. She believes that everybody should worship at the altar of Harry's wife. She believes that she is kinder, more beautiful, more intelligent, more innovative, more empathic than anybody else. She believes that whatever she says is original, that it is profound, that it is meaningful. She doesn't realise that she rips people off, utilising their quotations and their words. Her narcissism blinds her to the fact that she engages in this behaviour. She thinks that everybody knows about her. She thinks that everybody should know about her. She thinks that everybody knew that she was the star of Suits, even though she was just a bit part player in a cable TV programme that nobody had ever really heard of, or very few people had heard of, until it was associated with her name every time she was mentioned in the media. She would expect all people to know that she's a foodie, that she's a fashion icon, that she's this famous actress, and that everybody adores her. And if you don't, there's something wrong with you. You're a racist, you're a hater, you're a misogynist. And this level of delusion powers her to seek control over people, draw fuel from them, and gain those character traits and residual benefits. It makes her automatically assume that everybody's interested in her, so that they should comment about her, speak to her, be interested in her, which makes it easier, at least from her perspective, to assert control. Hi, great to meet you. The person's thinking, who the fuck is this? But she shows that lack of boundary recognition, sense of entitlement, to talk to them as if they've been lifelong friends. Many of you will have experienced this from the narcissist, that the narcissist acted as if you knew one another before you'd even met, talked about loving you for years, and you thought, well, that's rather odd, they've never made that known to me. Acting like you were lifelong friends, even though you kind of knew about one another but didn't know one another particularly well. This is all done because the narcissist has no boundary recognition and acts with a sense of entitlement. It's also done to make you feel special, because you're meant to think, gosh, wow, this person knows all about me, this person loves me, this person's interested in me. Gosh, that makes me feel good. So that you reciprocate that, demonstrating that you're under control and that you provide fuel. But then it's easy access for the character traits, and you may then assist with residual benefits. Harry's wife is very much like that. And this has led us to the preposterous headline in the article in the New York Post, in an article by Olivia Land, which tells us William and Kate were religious Suits viewers before meeting Harry's wife. Don't believe that for a moment. This is what Harry's wife wishes was the case. She wants it to be the case that the heir to the throne and his wife were utterly besotted with her, that Catherine wanted to be her, and that Big Willie Styley wanted to bang Rachel Zane over one of the desks. That's the level of delusion that's going through Harry's wife's mind. And she believes that, yes, they were religious viewers of my programme because my programme was brilliant because I was in it. The article tells us, Prince Harry revealed in his explosive new memoir that Prince William and Kate Middleton were avid watchers of Suits before they met his future wife, actress Harry's wife. In translated pages from the leaked Spanish version of Spare, which debuts January the 10th, Harry, 38, recalls his telling his older brother and sister-in-law, both 40, about his budding romance with Harry's wife, 41, after a dinner at their home. Again, you can probably picture the scene, can't you? We're in the Monty Shitshow mansion, and Harry is there dozing off on the sofa after a hard day of putting his colours in chromatic order. It's highly likely that he's also been given something to get him off to sleep, And as he lies there, listening to Rockabye Baby, Harry's wife thinks, "Good, he's asleep now. Time to write some more Spare." And over she sachets, listening to the soundtrack of her life in her imaginary, deluded mind, as she then sits down at the laptop and starts to type. I know, I'll mention about the time that Harry talked about how wonderful I was, and how the one that got away and the nemesis wanted to be me and wanted to have me because they'd been watching my show. Yeah, I'll write that because that's what really happened, because they adore me. And thus we now are treated to this utter bollocks. At the time, Harry's wife, who retired from acting, at least at the formal variety, upon marrying Harry in 2018, was starring as paralegal Rachel Zane on Suits, a cable drama that followed the hijinks of a high-powered Manhattan law firm. Harry's reveal prompted an expletive-laced reaction from William. Willie turned to me and said, "Fuck off," Harry said. Bullshit. Never happened. I was baffled until Willie and Kate explained that they were regular, nay, religious viewers of Suits. He continued, "Never happened. Harry's wife has either made him write this, or more likely she wrote it." Harry remembered being amused by his brother and sister-in-law's response. All this time, I thought Willie and Kate might not welcome Meghan to the family. But now I had to worry about them hounding her for an autograph, she wrote. Because you can imagine that Harry's wife would be thinking, they'll be so pleased to meet me, they'll be hounding me for autographs because I am Harry's wife, most important actress on the planet. Whereas William and Kate would be thinking, so, right, you're the new squeeze of Ginger Bollocks, are you? Okay, pleased to meet you. You see, what Harry's wife fails to remember is that this is an heir to the throne and his wife. And funnily enough, they've met lots of famous people. Tom Cruise has escorted Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales as she now is, holding her hand on the red carpet. They've dealt with many famous actors and actresses. They've talked to people at Royal Variety performances. They've been around and met the tech entrepreneurs, the industry innovators. They've met the novelists. They've met the screenwriters. They've met the footballers. They've met the people in the armed forces. They've met ordinary people. They've met famous people. And a D-list cable actress that they'd not heard of before was never going to impress them. But Harry's wife's narcissism creates this idea that they were watching her and were really excited to meet her, and they would now be hounding her for autographs. There's no way that Harry would have thought those things, but there's every way that Harry's wife would have formed such a view, because that is indicative of the behaviour of a mid-range narcissist. But there's more. Though the couple, now the Prince and Princess of Wales, barraged him with questions about the relationship, Harry claimed he revealed only a heavily redacted version of the courtship. Oh, right, so you didn't talk about her tromboning you in a hotel room in Toronto, or the felching that went on in her house. Fair enough. Though Harry did say he couldn't wait for Will and Kate to meet his new beloved, he was hurt by his brother's lukewarm response. I confessed for the umpteenth time that this had long been my dream to join them with an equal partner, he said. Now, I can imagine Harry stating that. Well, now, I felt that it was going to happen, and I told him so, but he still said to slow down. She's an American actress after all, Harold. Anything might happen. I nodded, a bit hurt. Typically, of course, William, as a normal, has seen through that this was moving rather too quickly, doesn't necessarily see that she's a narcissist, but advises caution. Harry's recollection of the meeting is just one of the many revelations in the new book. Early excerpts of the closely guarded tome, not that closely guarded, reveal the many fractures in the Duke of Sussex's relationship with the royal family. It then talks about the Royal Rumble, the kick-off in the kitchen. This suggestion that Catherine and William were avid Suits viewers is bullshit. And it is a delusion of Harry's wife and is entirely commensurate with the way that mid-range narcissists have a delusion about everybody wanting to know them, meet them, bang them, be friends with them, etc. It's no surprise at all, and there is no way that this actually happened. No way at all. It's either Harry's written this because Harry's wife has made him, or Harry's wife has written this without Harry even realising. More behaviours of the narcissist laid bare. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.